You didn't believe 20 years ago. Now it's time to drop the thing. Y'all hold on, I should have been ready. Gordon Moat did. Hey, listen, I set my reminder, so even I am reminded that it's time for Mondays with Mark, everybody. Happy Monday. Let me turn this off. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you. May you feel Jesus near every day of the year. Happy. That's really happy birthday to you, but I changed the words because it's Monday. It's our day, and I have so looked forward to this. I look forward to this every week now. Am I not supposed to? I really enjoy. I get excited about making the videos. Did you see the video I posted today of my week? Since Evie is here today, y'all, I didn't want to waste any more time than I have to before I get to her and Pele. And so I want to tell you a few things. We got to have our Torrey moment. Torrey Taff, our foreign correspondent, she sent in her bell buckle report. Bell Buckle, Tennessee. You haven't lived till you've gone to Mayberry on acid. That's Bell Buckle.
Hey everybody, it's Torrey Taff, your foreign correspondent on the ground and in the swing of Bell Buckle, Tennessee. You know, I talk all the time about what a beautiful, lovely, quaint life we have here in a small town America, and it's all the truth. But there are, in the interest of full disclosure, a few inconveniences that come with it too. And number one is we don't have trash pickup. I know, but we do have a dump. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, we have to get all our trash together, put it in the back of a car, and take it to the dump. I know, life is hard. Now, the woman that we bought this house from had already passed away when we bought it, but she was, and I'm trying to think of a way to say this nicely, a hoarder, and the town's most well-loved dumpster diver. There's all kinds of stories about Jeanette Bauer and the dump. So, as an homage to her, let's go to the dump. It's really not that big a deal. It's only like 2 blocks to the dump, but still, you know. And somebody, I won't say who, but his name rhymes with Russ Taff, is not that good at taking stuff to the dump. He's really good at getting it to the can, not so good at getting the can to the dumps. So it's left to me, the delicate little princess, to go to the dump. So see, that wasn't so bad. I can't really complain because the good so far outweighs the inconvenient. And you know, everybody needs a little bell buckle and recycling in their life.
I love you, Torrey Taff, our foreign correspondent from Bell Buckle, Tennessee, y'all. Hey, listen, I haven't told you yet. This is our first Mondays with Mark on the YouTube channel. And I'm so excited to be on YouTube. We're going to be here every Monday night, except when I take off for Christmas and vacation, maybe. But we'll be here every Monday night. Next Monday night, Gordon Moat will be my special guest. But I want to remind you, if you're here visiting, please subscribe down below. I think it's over here somewhere. You hit the subscribe button, and then you hit the little bell. And that way you'll be notified when we go live so you don't miss a Mondays with Mark. I enjoyed this. I hope you're having fun too. Okay, that was Torrey Taff. What are we doing next? Oh, my cruise. Don't forget, in March 2019, that's the only thing I'm doing in 2019 is the Spring Fling Cruise, Mark Lowry Spring Fling Cruise with the Ball Brothers, the Martins, Stan Whitmire. We're going to the Caribbean. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have pajama karaoke. We're going to leave the casinos open so any gospel singer can double the love offering. It's going to be a fun cruise. Y'all, come on, go with us. Taranda Green will be there, Stan, the Ball Brothers, the Martins. It's going to be a blast. So that's done. Okay, let's see. Gordon Moat's coming, the cruise. Gosh. Oh, and you, Glenda Newton. Thank you from Fort Collins. Look at there. Glenda's tuned in. Hi, Mark. God bless you from Audrey Dunn. Howdy from Minnesota. Hey, Minnesota. Hey, if you're viewing from another country around the world, would you just type in the name of your country or city? Not U.S. I know a lot of U.S. are watching, but all over the world people are watching. And I love that about YouTube. Hello, Diana King. I'm watching no matter how many stares I get. LOL. I don't know what that means. You will be bored. What do you mean I'll be bored? Can I have free tickets? It's free to watch YouTube. What tickets you talking about, Forrest? Hey, Hannah. Oh, Hannah, sweet Hannah. Hey, Hannah. Let's see who. Oh, it's going by too fast, y'all. Okay, how do we slow this down? I don't know how, but you know what? I want you to listen to Evie sing. This is Evie and her son, I believe, and she'll explain in just a minute. And Pele's son. I think they made this boy together. And he can play a guitar, y'all. Listen to the voice. Listen, there were the Rambos when I was 12. They rocked my world. They made me fall in love with Jesus. I heard lyrics that I'd never heard before I was 12. When I was 17, a 20-year-old came to her, or maybe 18-year-old. My goodness, she's only 2 years older than me. But I was 17 and in college, and she came to Liberty Baptist College. And there was a picture somewhere of me standing with plaid pants, a white belt, patent leather shoes, and I'm looking at David Musselman, who's watching. Hi, David. And Evie is singing. And I just got off the phone with David before we started the show, and he said, Mark, I will never forget it. There was chaos in this room, and Evie was brought in through the chaos. He said, and it was like she just commanded the crowd. Y'all, this woman, this little girl she was, used to walk off the airplane when she was young, like in her teens, with her reel-to-reel soundtracks under her arm. And there would be 17,000 tickets sold, and people waiting to hear, I'm only 4'11", I'm going to heaven. But she beams, y'all. And it's more than the voice. It's the Holy Spirit in her. She is so anointed. And God anointed her. God just chooses some people. And that was Evie. Here she is with her son.
My Jesus, I love thee. I know thou art mine. For thee all the follies of sin I resign. My gracious Redeemer, my Savior art thou. If ever I love thee, my Jesus, 'tis now. I love thee because thou hast first loved me and purchased my pardon on Calvary's I'll sing with the glittering crown upon my brow. If ever I love thee, my Jesus, my Jesus, my Jesus, 'tis now. Chris, my Jesus, 'tis now.
Oh my goodness, y'all. I think Evie should be my soloist now. There she is, Evie and Pele. I think she should, don't y'all agree that she and Chris, her son, who is so stinking talented, should do a hymn every week for Mondays with Mark.
Mm.
Now, Billy Graham's dead. You did it for him. You got to do it for me. How are y'all doing? I love you guys.
I love you.
I love you too. Hey, I got a lot of questions for you. Pele, you jump in whenever too, because I know that y'all been married how many years?
Almost 40.
Almost.
But it feels like 80.
Pele, now you're going to have to settle down. That foreign humor you got, our people may not understand it. No, you are a funny man. So you met, now you were, I was at 19, let's say, I went to Liberty in 1975. I was 17. You must have come in 76 or 77.
Yep.
Or
I would have been 19 at the time when you were 17.
Okay, so.
Those were the days.
You had a big career in Norway or Sweden or somewhere before?
Well, both places. I've been traveling and singing, and God just opened doors like out of the blue.
Really?
Out of the blue.
Did you live there?
No. The only time I lived in Scandinavia was when Pelle and I were first married, and he was still pastoring in Stockholm.
Okay.
And
but let's go back. Why did you become a star over there when you lived here? How did that happen?
Well, it was just the Lord and His timing, and my family has immigrated to the United States from Norway, so I grew up listening and speaking Norwegian. I was fluent in Norwegian, and the Norwegian and the Swedish language is pretty similar.
Okay.
And as one year we were over for vacation. I think I was 14.
Yeah.
And I'd done one record, a custom record, and somehow someone got a hold of it and said, "We've got a television program, come and sing a couple of songs," which I did, and really that was sort of a springboard that nobody could have planned it except the Lord. And so just one after another door opened, and I just walked through them.
And then Word Records heard about you?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, two guys named the Palermo brothers, wonderful guys that used to go all over the Midwest, and they were Italian guys married to Swedes. Fun. You would have loved them. They're with the Lord now. But they had gotten a hold of that same record, and they pestered two people. They sent a record to Kurt Kaiser at Word, and they sent a record to Cliff Barrows at the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Oh, wow.
And just kept saying, you got to hear this little gal, and one thing led to another.
And the next thing, Terry Garland, I talked to him today. He said
good.
He said because I want him to know. Hi, Terry. I'm sure he's watching.
Hey.
He wanted me to tell you how much he loves both of you. And he was your promoter at that time, right?
He did so many of the concerts.
He did a lot of them.
He did a lot of them, and he's still a wonderful friend. I'm glad you talked to him. I had it on my list to do today, but I didn't get to it. Sorry, Terry.
Well, and so he's told me so many wonderful stories about you through the years. And then, so you got this huge career. Now, this is from my vantage point, and I know everybody sees the world through their own grid. I mean, like the way I looked up to you, I know there are kids who have looked up to me, but I don't see me this way. So pardon me if I make you feel uncomfortable, but this is how I saw you. As this superstar who has rocked our world, and his songs were so much about Jesus. It was not, you didn't have to wonder who you were singing about. And so you come there, and all of a sudden you're a huge star, quote unquote, and then you go away. It's like you vanish, you walk away. And it's like, okay, where'd she go?
Yeah.
And you left a void that Amy Grant came along and filled, and Sandy and others, but you were the first. So my question is, why did you go away? And I know, but tell everybody.
Well, I walked away because God told me to walk away, and because I walked into something else, which was also wonderful. And that was being a wife, and then in a little bit after that, being a mom. That young man you saw on the video playing the guitar, our son Chris, was the first one to come along. And then he has a little sister named Jenny.
Yeah.
And that to me has been my main calling, to be a wife and a mom. So
Now,
it was no sacrifice.
So did you consciously say, okay, no more touring? I mean, did you ever think, okay, Bill and Gloria did it, maybe we can do it. We can continue, raise a family. Or you just, boom. I've never seen anybody do that.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to become like Bill, but it didn't work.
Well, but it was also, I knew that for me it was really important to hone in on, now we are one unit.
Right.
Pele and I, together with our family, and what does God have for us?
Okay, now, they're gone. I mean, they're not gone. They're around. They're probably married and having babies, right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, so now.
Beautiful babies.
Oh, I'm sure. How could they not be? Look at you. So my question is, what do you want to do more now? Now that you have more time on your hands?
Well, I do a little bit, but I don't have more time on my hands.
Oh,
right across the hall. Right across the hall is my mom, who has a little apartment in our home.
Oh, nice.
And she's soon 92.
Oh.
So tomorrow we go to the retina specialist. The next day we go to the hearing specialist.
Okay.
And I love it because this is a time for me. My dad's been with the Lord for almost 20 years.
Right.
And for the past 3 years, she's lived with us. And I have to say, Pele, you're an angel.
Yeah, I know.
No, but he is. And I think my mom likes him even more than she likes me because she thinks he's the greatest.
Now, I need to come in here, Mark, a little bit. First of all, it's wonderful that you have kind of gone back in history and talked about Evie. And I can tell you, after having lived with her for all these years, that she was wonderful on the stages with thousands of people and record sales galore. She was wonderful when she came to Sweden and spent time as a pastor's wife for a little bit in a Pentecostal church in Stockholm, Sweden. She was wonderful as a mother. She is wonderful as a grandmother. And she is wonderful as a caretaker of my mother-in-law, all because she is so filled with Jesus and with the power and the wisdom of His Holy Spirit.
Yes.
And that's the truth.
Yes. Okay, Evie, move a little bit to your left because we only have half of Pele's head in the shot.
Yes.
The other way, the other way. I'm sorry, it may not be your left. I don't know. Okay, a little bit more.
This way?
Yeah, there you go. I need to see. No, I don't want to lose you. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. Y'all, this is not NBC. I'm running everything myself.
Not?
No, you thought you were going to be on Primetime Network. Hey, let's see if anybody's got a question. Sharon Young says, thank you for being real, Evie, and staying real when you found yourself in front of the stage. I think that's what you found yourself on front stage. Cannot see your husband. I think we fixed that. Thank you, PJ, for bringing that to our attention. Evie, you and your husband are so cute, someone said.
Thank you. The first time.
Pat Rice says this is awesome. Anybody got a question for Evie or Pele? Be sure to just put it up there and hopefully I'll see it. So the time that you were raising children, you were living in Florida, or California?
No, Florida.
And so you're a Floridian now. You're
yes.
Not going anywhere.
Alligators in the backyard and everything.
Let me show you one of our neighbors, Mark.
Yes.
You need to see this.
Okay.
You need to see one of our neighbors.
But when the kids were born, they were born in California, so you're right there.
Yeah, because
we moved to Florida in 1986, so we've been here over 30 years.
Oh, that's great.
Here's our neighbor.
Here's one of our neighbors.
You took that picture?
Yeah.
About 50, 60 feet behind our house.
Oh, my goodness. You need to call that.
You know what his name is?
What?
Bill.
Phil?
Bill Gates.
Oh, Bill Gates. Oh, y'all. Hey, listen, I want to tell everybody, I have discovered, I know I'm getting off subject, but this isn't even a commercial. Y'all, I went over have you tried this?
Yes, I love celestial teas.
Well, this Bengal spice, I went over to my Aunt Linda and Uncle Lewis's house the other night, and he had a picture of this stuff, and I made him let me know what kind it is, and I ordered like 6 boxes on Amazon. If I was here, I'd give you some. But it is caffeine free, it's herbal tea, and I'm just telling y'all, it's incredible. Now, another thing I want to tell everybody out there with glasses, I have recently discovered microfiber. Have you discovered these, Evie?
I have not.
It's you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, and it's a microfiber, you can buy them in stacks, and it will clean your glasses. You'll think Jesus walked by. I'm telling you.
I need that.
That's one little thing. And also, I want to tell everybody watching, you saw my 360 video below in the YouTube feed. Well, it's this camera. Have you seen this, Pele?
Yeah.
It's called Fusion. And it's got a camera on that side. It's got a camera on that side. And you just kind of hold it like this with a, one of those sticks. And it gets a 360-degree thing. This is pretty soon we can do concerts and just invite people into our 360 world, and we never have to leave the house, and that's where I'm headed. Evie, okay, Pele, let's go back to you. I want to ask you something. When did you meet Jesus?
I met Jesus at my home, or in connection with my home. My parents were strong believers, and I heard the gospel in church, and I bowed my knees and my heart to the Lord. I think I was about 7 years old.
Really?
And it stuck. It stuck wonderfully.
That's cool.
I was also 7 years old when I made that decision that I too want to follow Christ. And we talk about these old songs, the hymns that you were mentioning, and of course, I have not written many songs myself. In fact, I've written just one. And the songs I chose to record were always songs that I could stand behind and believe 1,000%.
Right.
And yet, as the years go on, life goes on, those lyrics, I know they mean more to me today than ever because, like Pele said, it's true. It works. He works in our lives.
Yeah. When I watch your face, several things I learned from you, and I've told people this, that I learned to enunciate. You enunciate. I don't miss, if y'all, listen, go to your YouTube and put in Evie Tornquist Karlsson, if you can spell it. But you can just put in Evie Tornquist, Tornquist. If you put in just Evie, it won't come up. But if you put in Evie Tornquist, there's a whole list of all. Come on, ring those bells like that's on there. A whole Christmas album. There is Some people see him lily white. That one.
Yeah.
I went through a bunch of them today, but my favorite.
Oh.
Live for Jesus.
Yep.
Amen.
That's what matters. And when other houses crumble, mine is strong.
Come on, sing it, y'all.
Live for Jesus. That's what matters. That you see the light in me and come along.
Isn't that the truth? And isn't it easy to invite people to come along when you get the right Jesus? You know, Russ Taff told me one time that his therapist told him, if your Jesus is a condemning Jesus, you need to fire him. You've got the wrong one. And I did that. I went out by a lake and wrote a letter to him and fired him because he kept waking me up in the middle of the night reminding me of everything I'd done wrong. And I thought my own brother wouldn't do that. What is this? Brothers, he's all stick closer than a brother. Here are my dogs.
The dog just walked behind you.
They're saying that's Bo. He's about 15. Look,
He's wagging his tail. He's saying hi, y'all.
This is Bo.
Okay.
This is Bo.
Oh, there he is.
That's Bo. He showed up on the property 15 years ago. Look at that age and wisdom in that face.
It's beautiful.
So anyway, but the thing is, this Jesus that I know and that I think I know, I'm a recovering fundamentalist, so I don't know anything. I believe a lot, but I know nothing. I have not seen God. I have not seen a miracle. Like I'm talking about going to Granny's funeral and she get up and say, hey, I ain't seen it, but I believe. And so, but I am also coming to believe that he's a lot nicer than they told us.
Good.
Don't you?
He is.
Yeah.
So?
There is so much love from him and from his heart for mankind. And our job, if you will, is to reflect that.
Yeah.
And to be a source of his compassion, his kindness, his goodness, his truth in love.
Yeah. And nice.
Yeah.
Kids liked him. He had to have been nice. Kids don't run up to that sourpuss deacon on the back pew of your church. They run up to old men who got candy in their pockets and who are fun, Anyway, that's what I think.
Yep.
I love you guys. Hey, what else could you sing for me, you two, before, because I don't even know how long we've been going, but what else could you
we're
sing?
having fun.
We're, for the first time, we are in your house.
Yeah.
And whenever we come to somebody's house for the first time,
that's right.
we sing a little blessing on that house. So let's do that right now.
May the Spirit of the Lord rest upon this house, and Jesus Christ be Lord and Master here. May the peace of God prevail every day and night, and may everyone who enters feel your love. There you go. He wrote it. Was a Swedish composer of some sort. By the name of Pele. He's a great writer. It's wonderful to be able to bless your home, Mark, because you are blessing so many people and so many homes and so many lives so wonderfully. And here we are, blessed to bless you. It's a bless fest. A bless fest.
Y'all, I muted myself because I coughed, and here I was giving a complete message. It was in English, it wasn't in tongues, but it was good. I had myself muted. See, this is not NBC. I know. You see, someone, Paula Shepherd, and they speak up. I can't hear you, Mark, but they did love the song.
Oh, good.
Anyway, I'm back on now. What I wanted to say was that I totally forgot. When I don't turn 60.
Yeah, you were announcing next week's program. You were talking about
Gordon Moe will be here. And then this weekend, Q Phillips sent me the dates for this weekend, but I don't know what I did with it. So if you go to marklowry.com/tour, I'm going to be somewhere Friday night or Thursday night and somewhere Friday night. And then I'm in Franklin, Tennessee at a small church there for my friend Andrew Greer, and it's sold out, they say, but it doesn't seat many. It ain't like I'm Sandy Patty or nothing. I mean, it doesn't seat that many, but it's going to be fun. So go to marklowry.com/tour. And now, Evie, I got to ask you.
Yeah.
Will you and your son make some more hymns for us to air?
Count on it. Gladly. I'd be honored.
Because I tell you guys, watch her face. Watch their face when they sing. That's how you know if they believe. You can't always tell, but you hear from home sometimes just watching someone's face. You know, that's how she communicates. I try to communicate. Man, first of all, like you said, Evie, I act like you've already gone. Believe it. Run the lyric through your brain when you're singing. Oh man, that's the best advice I have, I think. Just believe it and run the lyric through your brain and let your face show what you're feeling inside.
Yeah. My mom taught me that. My mom has been an amazing singer.
Really?
Since she was a little girl in Norway. And I have often said that my mom, Inga Tornquist, had she had the opportunities given to her that I had, she would have gone so far, because her voice is way better than my voice.
You know, same thing with me, but I'm not taking, because my mother too, same thing.
Believe me, I remember your mom singing. Oh, do I remember.
You know, Evie's mother was back in Norway as a teenage girl when the Nazis invaded. You know, they had Norway in the World War II. And so she was singing with her guitar in places where people had to go to hide from the bombs and things, and serving the Lord in a powerful, powerful way. And let me tell you, Evie is currently writing a book about all kinds of things, her life and all these things about parents and family and so forth.
Well, how can we know that? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that will be a very, very powerful testimony of the faithfulness of the Lord in and through everything. And she is a very good writer. I have to tell you that.
I'm having fun.
So when will you have that finished?
I have no idea.
Isn't that great? I'll be our age. We're not on a time schedule, are we?
All right, no.
So now you can go to eviemusic.org.
Yes.
If you want to purchase some of Evie's music. But before we go, we're going to close with this. Tell me a Billy Graham story, because you sang next to George Beverly Shea and Ethel Waters. Who else was there, really? I mean, you were a regular.
For 9 years, God gave me that enormous blessing to be part of the team, the Crusade team, all over the world in different countries, and of course throughout the United States and Canada. And Dr. Billy Graham was a dear friend and a brother, and his wife was also that. Ruth she entertained me on my 21st birthday in their home in Montreat, and we shared lots of fun stories and also hard things, because life is a mixture of sorrow and joy, always walking together. And the last time I was with Dr. Graham, he and I were both having makeup done for a Crusade taping. And I believe it was somewhere in in the United States, in South Carolina. And so the two of us were sitting next to each other, and the makeup artists were doing their thing, trying to make us look better. And so he said, we were kind of newlyweds at the time, and he said, so Evie, what are you doing? And I told him, well, not a whole lot. I want to invest in our marriage, in my time and energy, and seek the Lord together and find a direction for our family. And he commended me and us and said, boy, I wish that I had had more opportunity to be at home with my family. And then he said, and this was really something, he said, the kind of evangelism that God has given us to do is not his first choice. And I thought, what are you saying? And he said, God's first choice of evangelism is friendship evangelism.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. He said, just being real, full of the Lord, full of his joy, and people getting so curious and maybe even jealous that they want what you have. Yeah. And so he said, but of course we are grateful for what he's asked us to do. Yeah. And boy, that was my Bible school. I never went to school past high school, and yet I had 9 years with Billy Graham and the team. Wow. And that was better than anything because I saw the real deal.
Yeah.
Absolute humility in his own eyes and everyone that worked with him. True integrity. And what a joy that is. And then the Lord gave me a husband that was like that too. And I'm so grateful.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I am going to be with Will Graham Saturday. We're interviewing him for Dinner Conversations, that podcast that I do with Andrew Greer. And I'm so looking forward to him telling us some Grandma and Grandpa stories.
Oh, good. You'll have a chest full.
Oh, yeah, he's great. I love you guys. Let's stay in touch. And when I'll come to Florida and we'll ride scooters.
Okay, you count on it.
I love you guys.
We'll bring Bill Gator.
Yeah.
Don't bring me no alligator. What's that guy on TV? I love watching that show where they shoot the alligators. Have you seen that show? Huh?
Yeah.
They shoot the alligators?
Yeah, it's hunters. They're hunters, and they go. They have to because they're taking over.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah.
But just a couple of months every year can you shoot them and hunt them. Because they are protected, you know.
Well, bring your rifle and come here.
I don't shoot nothing. I'll eat it, but you'll have to kill it.
Yeah.
I don't kill things. All right. I love you guys.
You're amazing,
Thank
Mark.
you, Mark.
I love you.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Y'all, can you believe I was with Evie on my show? Do you understand what a big deal that is? To have Evie Tornquist and Pele on... Don't make me start crying on national, almost NBC, YouTube. Oh, it's Swamp People. Thank you, Rhonda Spurl. It is Swamp People. Shoot him! Shoot him! What's that guy's name on there? Phil. Yeah, you go, shoot him! Shoot him! They're always wanting to shoot him. Hey, Susan Norwood, tell them to come on the cruise. Yeah, I wish they would. That'd be great. Maybe we can work that out. Yeah, they're still, they're still listening. Hold on, let's ask them. Would y'all go on my cruise?
Only we can do some shooting.
Okay, I'll get back with you.
What's the dates?
The date is March something through something. Go to marklowrycruise.com. And that's what I have to do. Yeah, it's March. What are the dates, everybody? They'll tell me. They're all over here just talking. Everybody, I love how everybody comments. Anyway, if you go to marklowrycruise.com, you can see it there. All right, I'm going to, I guess we're going. I don't know how to close this thing because I don't want to close. Oh, I asked in the beginning, what do you want on your tombstone? You know, they're going to put on mine. My friends have already told me. They're going to put on mine, this is the best grave I've ever been in. Because they say that every meal I eat, everything I do, And I never even knew I did this. This is the best thing I've ever done. This is the best meal I've ever had. And I didn't know I did that till they started pointing it out. So my grave will say, this is the best grave I've ever been in. Now we're going to put on Colleen. You met Colleen I go to dinner with her a lot. And you've met her on some of my vlogs on YouTube if you've been watching. I hope you have. She always orders extra this, extra that, extra. So we're going to put on her grave. Extra dirt, please. What do you think? What are we going to put on yours? Put it in the comments. Bye, y'all. Next week, Gordon Moat. Love you.